I've even seen one on YouTube, something done in Borneo. So even in Borneo, the cardiologist is, right there handing out the report. So, I can understand some doctors may want to take 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, whatever. He doesn't want to interpret it right there and hand it to the person. But this is December 17, and now we are sitting in March. It is 4 months later. And because here's what's really concerning me, because before I came to you, I went to another primary care. It was Dr. Dar with MedStar. And the problem is Dr. Dar, I was telling you and Hannah that she didn't really do any kind of work. She basically just filed a claim that she did my testing and all this stuff. But now what's happened, so that's the only thing I complained to about MedStar, about Dr. Dar, that she didn't really do any work. I never alleged any kind of malpractice issue. But now that they have my ST elevations and ST depression information, they send a letter to me, and it has nothing to do with my complaint, what I said about what she didn't do. She's basically writing out an obituary, which is saying that the patient came there and he had some symptoms, and she repeats like 3 or 4 times in the thing that he only came 1 time. So she's trying to blame me for not going back to her, even though she didn't do the job properly in the first place. But the letter that they send, literally, the letter answers the question after the patient dies. So that's why it's so concerning, because I didn't send any kind of complaint alleging any kind of malpractice. But when they saw that information, the ST elevations, ST depression, instead of, doing the work for the patient, they went straight and they helped her, who's their doctor. But I was telling MedStar Family Choice that, they can get a lawyer for their doctor, it's okay. But they still have a duty to me, because what this kind of insurance is. The insurance company, it's not like any other insurance. They have a fiduciary guardian relationship with the patient to take care of the health, because they're asking about the patient's genitalia, they're asking about all the personal information, and they say on the instruction that the patient always has to tell the truth to the doctor. So you don't find any of these things in any other kind of insurance. So really, this insurance company has a duty to take care of my health, unlike any other insurance company. So when I complain to them about because that's the problem. It's a conflict of interest. Their company is so big, even though their doctor caused the problem, but they were required to help me as well. They can get a lawyer for their doctor if they want, but they also have to have the right team to help my problem. So instead of doing anything to help me, they just went ahead and they helped their doctor. So it looks like what people are saying, my ST and all have not been interpreted. They have been interpreted. MedStar has interpreted it. So their lawyers and their team got together. They interpreted that information, and that's why they sent basically what looks like an obituary, which explains after the patient dies, the excuse for the doctor not having done any treatment. So you can see my concern. So you can see when people are telling me that the interpretation hasn't been done, I know it's already been done, but it's not being done to my benefit. It's been done to my detriment. So, this is kind of the issue with MedStar Family Choice. It's not really your issue, but they keep telling me always that if I have any issues, I should take it up with the primary care. But, there's nothing you can do about it, right? Really. Is there anything you can do about the situation?
Not really, because the point is that I'm still waiting for the report. Even when I get a report, all I do is that, one, I tell you, okay, I discuss the report with you. But even when I discuss the report with you, my discussion is not really significant as compared to the specialist discussions.
Right, I understand.
Yeah, so just
Right. So it's exactly. So the so that's what I mean. It's really out of your hands in many ways, because the specialist, Dr. OK, he was supposed to discuss the issues with me, and it's not for you to explain the things. And that's the same issue when I had the complaint about MedStar's other doctor who I saw before you. Then they're telling me to come and discuss it with you. But what are you going to do about it? It's their problem with MedStar to deal with that problem, right? There's nothing you can do about it for me.
Yep.
Right. So that's exactly the point. So basically, I think you are doing your job, what you can do, but I'm having problems with other doctors and problems with the insurance, and the insurance is not like any other insurance. They have like fiduciary duties for me, so, and they're not meeting that, and there's nothing you can do. And so that's why, I think it's best for me to just go and complain to the state, because that's the next level of appeal, basically. After I get through with MedStar Family Choice, they say I have to complain to the Department of Health. So when I do complain, it's not going to have anything to do with you, because you did all the work you can do. There's nothing you so it's not true what they keep saying, that I should be taking up the issues with you. The issues to take up with you is what normally somebody expects you would take up with a family doctor. You can't take up an issue a specialist is concealing evidence. You can't take up the issue where you complain to your MedStar and they actually go and help the MedStar doctor and get her like an obituary letter written out for the patient. So that's what they did. It looks like because I sent them those EKG printouts, and it showed the ST elevations and ST depressions. So it's incredible. Instead of answering the question, the only complaint I gave is that other doctor, she did not do any work. She basically didn't do a physical exam, and what I said is she violated the False Claims Act. So in the letter they gave, it didn't respond in any way to the False Claims Act. That letter only made the justification after the person dies to say that, well, the patient came and he had a myriad of symptoms. Now, she said that I came in saying I have a myriad of symptoms. I would never even use that term. And I always describe what symptoms and what history happened. So it's not like I just came in. So basically that letter says the patient came in saying he has a myriad of symptoms, meaning, and saying that I said it that way, and I didn't give the doctor any other information, and I just went to the doctor for one visit. So you can see they are justifying after the patient dies. They're going to say, well, he really came, he didn't give us much information, and he really came for one visit. And obviously the reason I didn't go back to the doctor is because the doctor did a horrible job. Nobody will go back to the doctor. So, I called the insurance, and then I came to you after that. So it's not like I wasn't continuing treatment. I just didn't continue it with that bad doctor. And that's the good thing. Who wants to go back to something which didn't work out well? You want to go forward. So that's the problem. So I know very well MedStar, because you should see the letter they wrote. It's only 5 sentences, but it's straight. It comes from their lawyer's office, and the doctor signed it. So why is the Dr. Dar answering the question about the patient's death when all he has complained about is that she didn't really do any kind of workup? So I know what's going on. What's going on is the heart condition that's being concealed is getting worse and worse. And I understand very well that my doctors are just waiting for me to die so they don't have to deal with the problem. So, I really want the information so I can get treated right away. I don't want it getting worse. So there's no other explanation for, this kind of, because we already discussed, and we know the ST elevations and ST depressions are bad. And especially the ST elevation is actually evidence of permanent things, so that's kind of right? The ST depression is more of a temporary ischemia, but the elevations is more a sign of something permanent. Is that how it works? I'm sorry?
It's really good for us to talk to Mr. OK. He's the one that should really explain everything about your heart condition.
Okay. So,
yeah.
Right. So could you?
That was the reason why we sent you there in the first place.
Right. Exactly. So it was wrong for Dr. OK to tell me as soon as I asked the question, he said he doesn't want me as a patient anymore. So how could I discuss it with him at that point? Do you understand?
Yeah.
So as soon as I asked him the first question, then, as you say, I should discuss it with him. But as soon as I asked him the first question, he said he doesn't want to see me as a patient anymore. So then you can see how I'm stuck. So here's the problem. I need his results, and I understand that you are not a cardiologist. Okay, can you do this for me? Can you get in touch now?
Yeah.
Okay. If you can do this thing, right? If you can do this thing, if you can arrange with the insurance to get another cardiologist to get all the information from Dr. OK, including all the videos and.
Because I already sent you to a cardiologist that is qualified. Unless if you say you want another cardiology referral, we can give you another cardiology referral. Okay. Different. Yes. If you say you want another cardiology referral, we can ask. This is what Mr. OK said. He doesn't want you as a patient again because you have the right to look.
Okay, but right. Do I have to go through, because I went through all the testing and all the visits? Would any of that have to be repeated?
Well, that one, it depends on the cardiologist. I cannot make that determination. It depends on what they think they can do. That's the reason why we refer in the first place.
Right. So wouldn't they need now, if an echo was done, an echo basically makes a video recording. So
you can tell them, when you go to the cardiologist, you tell them that, okay, I did an echo, I did a stress test, and so on. Then they will see what they can do in that regard. Because whenever you go there, you can tell them whatever you did before.
Right.
Especially if she has been waiting for the past 10 minutes.
Okay, thank you very much for. Okay, yeah. So hopefully, if you can get that information for me, just give me a call or have Hannah call me. Okay, thank you very much.
All right.
Okay, bye.